G'day mates and mattresses, I'm Wizzy and I'm here today to talk to you about Gen Y and technology. But more specifically, is technology causing Gen Y to lose its grip on the English language? So this is a pretty broad subject, but I'm a part of Gen Y. I'm 16, I'm officially a part of Generation Y. But the thing that separates me from most, not all, but most of today's kids from this generation is I don't use a mobile phone. I'm 16 and I don't use a mobile phone. I do use social networking, but not for most of the things that other kids do. So like for a like and all of that stupid stuff that makes no sense. I just mainly use it to stay in contact with friends and entertain people, I guess. And I, for one, think that I have a pretty good understanding of the English language, which most people don't these days. Texting, right? When you text your friends, you shorten down words or even use letters as words so you can quickly get a text done and over with and send it to your friend. But if you're going to bother to send a text, why not just take 5 minutes out of your time to word everything properly? Like, when I talk to my friends on Facebook or on Skype, I use proper punctuation, grammar, and spelling. I try as best as possible to use all those three things. And the reason I do it is, if I did use text-speak, in quotations, if I did use that, then the more I use it, the more I drift away from using proper English. And so when I go back to school and I'm in English class, I have no idea what to write about because I have no idea how to write because I'm just so used to putting "use" as the word "you," and I doubt anyone would spell that wrong, but it could happen. People have done that before. And I just try as best as possible to keep using English just keep using proper English whenever I can, because it'll conflict with my daily life. But most things today is you see those kids that just text on their phones, and it's just disappointing to see that technology is just advancing so much, and it's amazing to see the sort of technological advancements that come around these days. But it's just that technology is advancing to this stage where computers and cars and mobile phones do things for you. I don't want that. Because you take a car, for example. Some of the cars these days can automatically park. They park themselves. Now, not that that isn't amazing, and not that you wouldn't use that, but the more you use that, what happens if the automatic park malfunctions and you're forced to park the car yourself? What are you going to do? You're not going to be able to park properly because you've just spent all this time relying on the car to automatically park for you, and you have no idea how to park a car because you haven't done it in so long. And so many things today do this. And it just shows, I use my laptop all the time, but the thing is, all the kids that use laptops and iPads and iPhones, what would happen if just all of the world's technology stopped? It would be so difficult to find something to entertain yourself. I mean, a lot of people would find things to entertain myself, so some of my friends write and draw and do things like that. But for someone like me, I play video games all the time. So if all the world's technology just stopped, it would be really difficult for me to find something to do because all I do is play video games, and that's all I know is how to play video games. I don't know other ways to entertain myself. So it's just hard to imagine what it would be like if all the world's technology just stopped for a day. And a lot of people would just not be able to do anything. People might even go crazy at the fact. But it's difficult to see. It's just really, really frustrating to see the amazing technological advancements, but at the same time, the non-advancements, sort of the de-escalation of humanity when it comes to writing properly. Just a simple thing as writing properly and using punctuation and grammar and proper spelling. And this is the age of technology, and we have to get used to this sort of thing. And I'm sure in maybe 5, 10, 15 years' time, we'll be controlling sort of holographic projections with our hands and stuff. And that's really, really amazing, but it's just disappointing to see the sort of things happening today. And disappointing to sort of see how kids in this generation, including myself, are losing that sort of thing. And it's a fundamental thing. Like, it's one of the first things they teach you in school is English. And you spend your whole school life learning English and learning how to speak English, and then kids just get to the stage of year 8 or 9 or 10 and they just give up on it. And they just invent their own slang and invent their own words. And it's just sort of really stupid, and I don't understand why people do it, but it's the thing that's happening, and I guess I'm gonna have to get used to it. But, you know, it's the same thing as... Just give me a second, I'm gonna take a drink. It's the same thing as Aussie slang. Like, I'm Australian. I still use Aussie slang. I've learned a lot of it from my dad and my brother. But I use things like cheers and mate and g'day and snags and just things like that. But most kids that I know, especially younger kids, are all confused whenever I use that type of slang because they've never heard it. And whether it's they've never heard it because they haven't bothered, and they've never heard it because their parents don't say it, or something. But it's just disappointing to see that the two things that really define Australians is obviously our accents, which are pretty much just a different version of the Irish accent, and our slang. But we're losing our slang because a lot of kids watch American TV shows and they develop slang from American TV shows. And it's the sort of thing that's happening, and you gotta sort of move on from that and see what develops from that. But anyway, I don't want to know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below of what you think. And do you think Generation Y is being affected by technology so much that it's losing the English language? So, that's pretty much it.